channel. My name is Kamira, and this is my review for Married to Medicine Season 8, Episode 14. It's titled Scott's Secret. Now, if you watched my last two Married to Medicine videos, I said that I feel like they're setting us up for a divorce announcement between Scott and Contessa. And before I even watched the episode, the title to me was just like, But, okay, and I honestly was not going to do this video because I don't get tons of views on my Married to Medicine reviews just yet. But I was like, you know what? I have notes. I have thoughts. Go ahead and do it. So, let's get into the episode. First, we see, a little montage of all the women with their families at their jobs, doing their own little thing. Next, our first real scene is at Quad's house. We see Quad getting ready for company. Neela is coming over. She, has her wait outside for a little bit. She has like garment bags, but they're not clothes, it's hair, like Indian hair. And I know for me, I used to wear sew-ins for a good like 5 years for sure. And that hair looked like it could be real good. It would be nice in my head, And Quad was like, you gotta treat your weave like you're vajayjay. I was like, well, not really. No, because I ain't even gonna get into it, but no. So they discussed the square footage of Neela's house versus Toya's house. And I was just like, what else are you guys gonna talk about when you guys get together? Is your friendship just based on your dislike for Toya at the moment? That's what it seems like. But Neela, I do not like her on the show, and I feel like I have an unpopular opinion because when she talks to me, it just feels like she's trying to sound black. I don't like it because she was like, you know what I'm saying? She was like, she was trying to say, you know what I'm saying? But she was like, you know what I'm saying? Let me stop. But it rubbed me the wrong way. Anyway, they talked about, how Toya doesn't take ownership, how Neela says she twists and turns things and dismisses her. We did see that kind of with the previous episodes with Toya was like, Neela, you sound crazy. Instead of kind of acknowledging what she was saying. I mean, yeah. But again, I'm a little bit tired of them talking about Toya when they get together. You don't know what she's going through. Now, I don't know what she has said about them. I don't. Besides the whole not paying the bills thing. So, I don't know. It just seems like overkill to me. I'm talking about Toya. All of them. It just seems like overkill. But anyway, Quad said that Toya is self-absorbed. And I was like, pot, meat kettle. Because, girl, so are you. What? But anyway, Quad was like, yeah, because the boss is here now. She want to talk about people, but she the boss. The boss of what, girl? What you got going on besides talking about Toya? For me personally, I would like to see what is Quad working on, in her own life, because she said she the boss. So boss of what? Let's see. I want to see, to support. But talking about Toya all the time is a little bit annoying, and I'm kind of over it. But okay, next scene. We see Dr. Simone. She's showing Cecil a news segment. He was just like, oh Lord, let me go get a drink first. And he did. So apparently there was a news segment of Lisa Nicole Cloud doing COVID testing, and the people never got their COVID results, which I'm a little concerned or confused because it does seem like it was kind of independent of her husband, who is a doctor. It seemed like he did not help her at all with this COVID testing thing. So, why? But it did look bad. I'm not going to lie. So, Simone's just like, we have this event coming up. I should have listened to Dr. Heavenly about, doing business with Lisa. It's all bad. I mean, yeah, you should have. So, Dr. Simone calls Dr. Heavenly and has her listen to the video of, Lisa Nicole on the news. Look bad. Dr. Heaven was like, you know what? I'm going to just be silent. I'll just save my comments till I figure out what's going on. So, yeah, I'll talk to you later, Dr. Simone. They hang up. Child, she wasn't going to be quiet. And we know that. That's Dr. Heavenly. So, she calls Dr. Jackie and Miss Quad on three-way. to discuss it. And Quad was like, you know what? It could be more to the story. Let's just, wait and hear her side of whatever's going on. Dr. Jackie was like, you know what? I'm going to be on call. During that time of y'all town hall, whatever it is, I'm going to be on call. Which she probably was, like, for real. But, okay, next scene. Next, we see Dr. Contessa making dinner. I wonder what she was making. It could have probably been good. I saw corn, potatoes, butter. I don't know if it could have been seafood in there too. I don't know, but I kind of wanted to see. But so Dr. Contessa is on the phone with her life coach. Dr. Scott walks in. He kind of seems like disinterested. Like, should I stay here? Should I leave? She was like, no, we're going to be done soon. They get into the whole thing about, her not wanting to complain and this, and that, and third. He's in the back like, you don't complain, girl. Well, yes, you do. And it was just like, ugh. So Dr. Contessa was like, he will jump in on the insults, but not the compliments. And I mean, like, that's not good. You should also compliment her, tell her when she's doing good, not just saying, oh, she's terrible at being a wife, I guess. And so she gets off the phone with the life coach. She asked him, why did you get married? He says, have a happy, successful marriage. She was like, well, what you doing to get there? He's like, same thing I told you to do, get a life coach. She was like, oh, you have a life coach? Now, mind you, in the last few episodes, Dr. Scott seemed like against talking to anybody, therapy, all of that stuff. He was just like, nope, I ain't going for it. I don't want to do it. Miss me with all that. But Dr. Scott says he has a life coach. And he's been talking to that person for about 7 or 8 months. And he has not paid them. And they met on the internet. I was like, oh, it's probably an IG model in his DMs. Am I wrong? No, probably not. Because a life coach, a real one, you gotta pay them for their services. So something don't seem right with that whole situation. Tessa was like, BS. And she was like, this is what, if you have a life coach for 6 or 7 months, why has nothing changed in our relationship? I mean, it hasn't. So he was like, you know what? I don't think I'm that bad of a dude. And is this gonna be an interrogation or conversation? I was just like, ugh. It went left. Because I ain't gonna lie, it would have turned into an interrogation about their life coach. Like, who is she? Why haven't I met her? Some receipts, something, text, something. I'm just saying, for 7 months, and I've never heard about it until now. That don't even sound right. I'm just saying. But he walks away, and it was just like too much. He said it was too much negativity. I don't know what's going on. I wonder how they communicate off camera, because something is just not right between Scott and Contessa. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, but next scene. In the next scene, we see the Our Vote Matters town hall. It's going to be done in a virtual setting. Everyone went live to kind of promote it to their followers. They discussed, who to vote for, equity, healthcare disparities, racism. It did seem like a pretty cool event. Honestly, if I had known about it at that time, I would have definitely kind of tuned in. Can you hear Carter just then? I think I only follow Dr. Heavenly on Instagram, so I would have definitely kind of tuned into the event at that time had I known about it. Lisa talks about, how there was a delay in her results, getting her testing back. Contessa was just like, well, she's into fashion. Why she not into voting? She not a politician? What's going on? I mean, you can not be a politician and kind of be up on voting and voting rights and voting disparities. So I didn't see a big problem there. Quad was just like, do you have a federal investigation going on right now? She says no. And my thoughts were, it wouldn't be federal, right? Isn't your state over COVID testing? it wouldn't be federal. It could be a state or a local what's local? It's not called local. Some kind of other investigation going on, but it would not be federal, from what I understand. I mean, I'm not super smart, but I don't think it would be federal. Okay. Simone talks about, how Lisa is not shady, just a little bit crooked. I don't know what's the difference. I don't know. So anyway, Dr. Simone lets the girls know they're going to be planning a couples trip to Jekyll Island. I feel like I've heard of it, but I don't know if I've been there before. Jekyll Island. Contessa was just like, well, Scott can't come. He need to come. Because if he don't, he gonna be talking to that person that he was talking to all these months, 7-8 months, that you don't know about. But anyway, they get into Heavenly talking about how Quad likes to touch herself. Toya was just like, I'll just stay home. I mean, you could, but people were like, oh, we're a sisterhood. And Toya was just like, really? We are? So, I mean, it was. So after they get done talking or whatever, or eating, Simone wants Anila and Toya to talk. Why? Like, these are grown people. They can talk when they're ready to talk, in my opinion. So Anila says she's hurt. She got loud and walked off. Basically, there was a back and forth. And I noticed how Simone was just like all in Toya's face. And like, I ain't trying to be funny, but I was just like, I wonder, do she like have gum in her mouth? She all in that girl's face. But okay. Quad came out and she wouldn't let Toya talk either. She was just like, it's not an apartment, it's a townhome. And Toya kind of kept saying, I'm sorry for saying your apartment was small. She was like, no, townhome, it's a townhome, there you go. And I was just like, okay, whatever. So Toya apologized and Quad accepted it. She was like, all I wanted to do was apologize. But see, my question becomes, Quad has talked so much crap about Toya. I think she's been on the last like 5, maybe not 5, like maybe at least 4 episodes talking about Toya. So now that y'all have squashed it, she's apologized. I mean, are you gonna apologize too? You have said a lot of crap about this girl. Pretty much every scene with you and Anila is about Toya, and you and Heavenly is about Toya. So now that y'all done squashed it, what's gonna happen now? But that's just my little 2 cents. Okay, next scene. Next scene, we see Anila going over to Dr. Jackie's house to talk about what? You guessed it. Let's talk about Toya some more. Anila claims she want to fix it. My thing too, like with Anila, if you want to fix it with Toya, go talk to Toya. Dr. Jackie was just like, you know what, talk to her one-on-one. Like I just said, go talk to her or let it go. Pick, you know what I'm saying? She was like, people come in your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. I mean, y'all reason could be you being on the show, you being a cast member, who knows? Dr. Jackie opens up her SPF and discuss, how it works. And my question was just like, how does it work with them wearing so much makeup? Like, I've never worn sunscreen. I've never worn it, but I wonder, like, how does that work? Because they all wear, like, full faces of makeup. So, do you put it under, over? How does that work? Just curious. Next scene, we see all the women packing, getting ready for the trip to Jekyll Island. The women all meet at Dr. Jackie's office except for Heavenly and Contessa. Dr. Heavenly and Contessa. I like Dr. Contessa. I like saying doctor in front of their names. But anyway, my question was just like, why is Carrie there? Why is she there? I wish that we could just have things that are just for us because they have things that are just for them. It reminds me of like their whole Beverly Hills season of Housewives. They have their first like black housewife. It's like controversial or whatever. But like, why is Carrie there? I don't understand. Is she married? What's her story? What does she do for a living? I have no idea. I don't even know. Why is she on here is my question. Anyway, They talk about going to Jekyll Island to have fun. Again, to have fun. And like I wrote down, like, who in this group is fun? I mean, I don't get fun from half of the girls. I don't get fun from them. If I was going on a trip to have fun with this group of girls, I would probably take Dr. Heavenly because I like her. And then Quad, but see, her calling herself Miss Quad would throw me off. I would be like, what? And Contessa, because she's cute. And I like her for whatever reason. But other than that, the rest of them are not fun. I don't see having fun with Lisa Nicole, Toya, Carrie, Dr. Simone. Dr. Jackie don't seem super fun to me. I mean, Dr. Jackie got her own, you know, she could be fun. I don't know. But I don't see fun with them. So anyway, they get in the RV to go pick up Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Contessa. But see, like, after Quad apologized to Toya, now they're buddy. Sitting right next to each other, having little talks. And I'm just like, you have said a lot of stuff about each other. So just kind of act like it never happened. So they play a game talking about what's their fears. And Lisa Nicole talks about, you know, I don't know what she was talking about. Not trusting people or something. And Simone was just like, well, you get out what you put in. Dr. Heaven, and I was just like, oh, Lord, here she go. Talking about, you know, how she does bad business. She was like, put me out. They get into a whole back and forth about how she does bad business. And Dr. Heaven was just like, girl, put me out this van. Put me out. Because she got an Uber card. But in her live, she was just like, I could have got out. Production is right behind this. So I could have got out right then. What they gonna do? Leave me out there? No. And she knew that. So she was just like, I can get out this raggedy old van. I was just like, Lord. But I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy Dr. Heavenly, even though I do think her talking about Toya, it's like a little bit overkill. Like, let the girl live. Like, what's the big deal? Let her live. But that was pretty much it. But they did show what's gonna happen on the next episode. They have 2 more episodes before the reunion. And Dr. Scott, all they showed of him was like him getting up talking about, ain't none of y'all my marriage counselor. But you don't want to go to one. You have a IG model as your counselor. So that's gonna be a problem. But anyway, I am looking forward to this being over. I hope I can get more views in this. I'm gonna try to figure out, you know, I'm getting the views on some videos, but like not subscribers. I gotta figure out like that whole thing. Like, am I not personable? Am I not joking enough? Like, what I gotta do? I'm gonna figure it out though. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna also be recording the Married at First Sight, Where Are They Now, and Couples Cam video combined together tonight. So please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also watch that video if you watch those shows. Alright guys, I will see you all on the next one. Bye.